Greetings everyone. Recently there's been available the trial of Dragon's Dogma 2 and I decided to test it out. So let's get to the settings. Now for the settings I used of course 4K resolution. I used quality DLSS, Nvidia Reflex add-on. I enabled Raytracing. All the other quality settings are maxed out, except with few post-processing effects disabled, such as motion blur and lens distortion. Now, because this trial offers only 2 hours of gameplay, I couldn't get to Varenworth, unfortunately. So I settled for the smaller town, which is called Melve, I believe. So for the first part, it's going to be just a normal gameplay from the very beginning almost. It's once you get out of the mining camp and you get to this military camp or whatever, and yeah, just going through the story. And in the second part, it's going to be a short stroll around the Melve just to check the CPU performance. It's still less demanding than the Varenworth city, but still at least it's somewhat demanding. Now, firstly, I wanted to play the first game, cover that one, buy full version of this game and then benchmark. But since it's available for free, at least for a couple more days, so I decided to cover this first. And the first impressions are actually pretty good. Gameplay wise and story wise, it seems like it's very good game. But the performance is, as known, is actually quite bad. And I noticed that in some areas the FPS is not just low, but there are some weird micro stutter. And it's not really a great experience. Now, granted, I'm using ray tracing, which is known for increased CPU requirements. So if I wanted better frame rate, I would disable ray tracing. But in this game at least, it improves visual quality by quite a bit. So it really depends what you're sensitive to. Those micro stutters or visual quality. Personally, with the controller, it's not that bad. It's not ideal for sure, but yeah, I think it's playable and I probably would leave ray tracing on. I heard that the recent update has improved the frame rate a little bit. I haven't tested it before, so I can't really comment on that, but it's nice to see that at least developers are still trying to improve the performance, and hopefully it will get better. But I wouldn't really bet on it. I'm guessing most of the quirks and other bugs are ironed out by now, and mostly there is going to be only a marginal improvements and bug fixes. So I'll leave you to the gameplay. As always, thank you very much for watching and see you next time. Bye bye for now.
Do try not to catch cold. Dare I say it? We trounced our foe, well and true. A fine place to harvest some ingredients.
Is that all of them? You have my thanks. I do not believe for a moment I could have slain those creatures without your help. I've only just enlisted, and when I thought this could be the end of me, I was paralyzed. You saved me this time, but I won't always be so fortunate. Well, I'd best be heading back, but I'll be sure to let my superiors know of your good deed. I hope...
Shall we report our results? This is generally used as a material.
Hail, friend! Many thanks for aiding Ocado.
Aye, that it was. The poor sod might not have made it back.
Ready for a break. Feels eerie with no one about.
This is just what I needed.
I've had nightmares if I let myself worry over much.
What am I to do? He really ought to have returned by now. Mayhaps it's time I went looking for him.